Hey guys, Dave here. This is Alert Force from Close Simulations. This is a game from the 1980s about, if I've played it in the past, I think it was about Air Force combat security police or military police, air police, whatever you call them in the Air Force, protecting an air base from a terrorist attack. It was made by, I think the guy's name was Wayne Close. Yeah, so they're attacking the Strategic Air Command. So anyhow, let's take a look inside. It's been years since I played this. I had another one. I think this one here is unpunched. I just got a hold of it. Yeah, so the counters represent assault rifles, machine guns. Looks like they got light anti-tank weapons, vehicles, and can be incapacitated or killed, and it's got some other markers here like a grenade, and I think those were the bad guys, and here's the good guys here, the Air Force Security Police. So they got assault rifles. This one's got an assault rifle with a grenade launcher, vehicles to move around the base, and I don't know if this is just pilots walking around this represents here or what. Like I said, it's been years since I played this, and this is obviously a guard tower. And also includes a little baggie to store the components. Let's take a look at the map. So the map just represents Strategic Air Command Air Base. Here's the parked aircraft, and we got roads and buildings and so forth. For the time, this isn't a bad map for the early 80s or whenever this game came out. What does it say here? This says 1983. Yeah, for 1983 for a microgame, this is actually pretty good of a map. I would have used a different color than this strange turquoise blue, but anyhow, it's functional and should work well. Let's take a look at the rules. Rules look like they were printed up with a dot matrix printer or something. It's got that weird font that they used in the early 80s. It looks like, who knows, maybe this was even originally written up with a word processor on like a Commodore 64 or something, but see how many pages are in here. 16 pages. On the back it's got the charts and tables, explosives and fire attack results table, firearm attack strength table, scatter table, and a hand-to-hand combat table. So there's quite a bit going on for a little game. And here's your terrain effects chart. Game scale, each turn represents 30 seconds. Let me zoom in a little bit so it's a little bit easier to see. And sequence of play: terrorist move, terrorist combat, explosive weapon attacks, fire attacks, hand-to-hand attacks, activate applicable SPs. I guess that probably stands for security police, I'd assume. Security police move, roll to activate inactive security police, move active units, security police combat, explosive weapons attacks, fire attacks, and hand-to-hand combat. So that's pretty good for a microgame, quite a bit going on there. And it goes on to talk about movement, vehicular movement. Yeah, I remember from playing this years ago, you could transport your troops with vehicles. It's got zones of control, stacking, even got ramming down here. Now we got a section on combat. Explosive weapon attacks, you even got craters here. I guess a law lands in a ramp, it will create a crater. Fire combat, there's even collateral damage. Looks like this guy's really tried making this realistic. Line of fire sight, weapon exchange, hand-to-hand combat, wreck explosions, combat restrictions. It's even got night combat, CS gas attacks. Yeah, this is pretty impressive for a micro game. Attacking bunkers and armored cars, and here it's talking about activation and setup. Order of battle. This is different points for the different units. Alert crew placement, I guess that's the pilots. Terrorist deployment. Oh, it's even got a nuclear theft option, so you can try and steal a nuke. That's interesting. And here's the victory conditions. The game is over When all terrorist men are dead or have left the map, the terrorist player is awarded victory points for destroying enemy units or stealing nuclear weapons according to the following table. So if you block the taxi line, you get 1 point. Destroy a tanker, 1 point. Normal bombers, 2 points. Capture, incapacitate, or kill the alert crew, 2 points. Destroy alert tanker, 3 points. Destroy the alert bomber, 4. Stealing nuclear weapon, 15. I would give them more points than that, but you get the idea. So, I don't know if I'll ever review this because I did play it in the past, but from what I remember, it wasn't bad. It was a decent game. Only played it once, but anyhow, hope you guys liked seeing this, and if you liked the video, please click like on the video, and please subscribe to this channel if you haven't done so already. And as always, have a good evening.